This is probably the absolute last place I thought we'd ever end up moving. And we have to be there in 3 weeks. So if you missed the memo, we are leaving Pittsburgh, and that's not something that I really ever wanted to do. Pittsburgh has become my home over the past 8 years. We ended up here because of my wife's work and her school program. And, when you're applying to med school and you're applying to all of those things, you kind of just end up where you end up, right? So we ended up here, and we cultivated a community here. We had our daughter here. We got married here. This has been a place of so much growth. This is the home where I launched my career and found my passion, because I will tell you, before we moved here, I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. My degree is in biochemistry. I don't do any biochemistry, so you can pick up what you want from that. So Pittsburgh has been just revolutionary for me. It has been the most healing place. And over the past few months, I honestly have cultivated the best relationships ever. For the first time in my adult life, I feel like I have made genuine friends, not just work colleagues or people who are fellow content creators or are also doing a particular hobby. Real intimate friends that I will stay connected with for years and years and years. And if you're an adult, which most of you are here on my channel, you know how hard it can be to cultivate those relationships. So I found out a few weeks ago where we are moving, and it's not what I was expecting. And as I kind of talk through my feelings today, I'm also going to get the bedroom ready because we are selling our house. We're doing showings, and the bedroom needs to look good at all times. And right now it does not. So we're going to fix that up together as I kind of walk you through where we're going, how I'm feeling about it, and how the house search is going, because I just told you we need to be there in 3 weeks, and it's not looking good. So first things first, we are moving to Philadelphia, which is not somewhere I ever intended to end up. Not that I don't like Philadelphia or there's anything wrong with Philadelphia. My top option was Chicago. New York was an option. Maryland was an option. There were so many different options, and honestly, I thought we would either end up moving back to Maryland, closer to my family, or we end up in Chicago. But Colorado was an option. I mean, we were flying all over, seeing all these different places and kind of seeing what resonated. Now, I think I spent so much time focusing on where I didn't want to be, or we spent so much time focusing on where we didn't want to be, we didn't really take the time to think about where we did want to end up. And so, we were just crossing places out, but it was okay, but where do we want to go? And ultimately, we never really figured that out. I think my spouse and I, as people, are just kind of good enough people. This is good enough. Yeah, that's nice, because we are people who spend time in the house. We are house-dwelling people, so it doesn't really matter to me what city I live in all that much, because I don't go outside. I like to have people come to me, so as long as I can host, as long as I have a home where I feel good, I feel safe, I feel comfortable, it's good with me. But we spent a long time planning on Chicago. So we visited Chicago, we saw tons of really, really beautiful properties, and I was excited. Every property was going to be a full renovation because of what we could afford and our budget, and that was fine. But at the last minute, we decided to change to Philadelphia. And so I hadn't looked at any houses in Philadelphia. I'd looked in every other place. I'd even looked in New York City. I mean, I cried every time I looked at one in New York City, but I did look in New York City, but I just never looked in Philadelphia. So we had a realtor everywhere else. We were very prepared everywhere else. And then we got the news it was going to be Philadelphia, and we were okay, SHIT, what are we going to do? So the second we found that out, we got a realtor, which is great. She's really great. And we started looking at properties. And I live in Pittsburgh. So if you've ever been to Pittsburgh, I would say is a very affordable city. I would say that we were able to live a very comfortable life because of where we reside. Because Pittsburgh is just so affordable. The cost of living is low. If you don't live in the city proper, you can get a really sizable property for, I would say, a modest amount of money, which I think is really, really nice, because obviously you want to not be house poor, which is one of my greatest fears in life. And so we're moving to a major metropolitan city, and I was really nervous about, getting a mortgage and all of that stuff because of how my job works. So I'm self-employed, obviously, and thank you so much for being here because you allow me to have this fantastic job. But when you're self-employed, getting mortgages and stuff can be a little bit more difficult. But the process actually was fine. We found really great people and all that good stuff. But finding an actual property that doesn't make me anxious to afford has proven to be really, really difficult. So if you are familiar with me or my story very intimately, because maybe you found me through my Amazon content or, miscellaneous other content, let me break it down for you. I grew up super low income, and I was raised by my grandmother on her disability check. I think it was $12.50 a month my entire life. So there's a lot of money anxiety. Money anxiety is very real, and I think lots of people have money anxiety, obviously, but for me, it's very, very real. So seeing mortgage payments that are, not $800, $900, that's really, really scary to me. So finding a house has proven really difficult. So let me tell you about that process. So I found some properties that I really, really love. A combination of new construction homes and older homes. The really good thing about new construction in Philadelphia is this thing called a tax abatement, which I'd never heard of before, which basically, because they're incentivized to make new construction, you don't have to pay tax in the same way as normal for a certain period of time. So really expensive properties end up becoming honestly comparable in price to some older properties for that reason, even though they're listed way higher. That's how it was explained to me. If you're a realtor and that's wrong, please correct me if I'm wrong before I make a huge mistake, okay? But so there's some great, new properties, and, they're listed high, but they're down in the city, in Center City. So my daughter can be around the museums, and we can go outside and we can walk around. I've never really done city living. When I was in college, I lived in West Philadelphia. And then here in Pittsburgh, no one really lives in downtown Pittsburgh. So I've never really done city living. I didn't live in a city proper in Baltimore either. I did, but I didn't live near the harbor or anything. So I'm trying to be more outgoing in life. 2026 is my year of saying yes. So every time someone has asked me to hang out, to go somewhere, I've said yes. Even when I've been tired, even when I haven't felt like it, even when I've been uncomfortable. So I want to continue that. And I think putting myself in a place where I can meet people is really, really important. So that's kind of part of my desire to live in Center City. On the other hand, though, I really want some more space. Obviously, decorating homes is my job, and our home will always be my job. So I obviously want there to be enough space for me to do that. I feel like in this property, I kind of ran out of space, and I didn't have as many makeovers to show you and things like that. And I didn't love that, because being creative and doing those spaces is what really brings me joy. And I haven't been outside, so don't judge me for sitting on my bed in outdoor clothes. I've not gone outside yet. And while I do lots of client work, I don't really talk about that anymore. But while I do lots of client work, I just don't feel like people should have to want to share their photos with the internet. It's such an intimate place. It's okay that you don't want me to come in and film a full makeover. Totally fine. So I feel like for my job, it would be so great to have a little bit more space. But a lot of these properties require a lot of renovation. So I found one really good property that is so bizarre. It's really, really massive, so many bedrooms, but there's no kitchen on the first floor. There's a random elevator that's not a mobility elevator. I mentioned this on Instagram, and people were because it doesn't actually go anywhere where people are. Obviously, I'd be pro that, and I totally understand that. That's not what it was. And it just needs a lot of updating. It's a little bit older. I found this other property that I will say I am truly in love with, but it absolutely terrifies me because it's an older home. It has older heating, older systems, things that I've just never even heard of, but the design potential is there. I saw the house, I saw the listing, and I was this is my house. But they've priced it so high for the amount of work that it requires that we're in a little bit of a bidding war right now. So we submitted another offer yesterday that's just incrementally higher than someone else's. So I'm hoping that we get it. But I feel like this is my soul house. I think it's going to challenge me. I think it's going to be hard, but I think I struggle a lot with my confidence in interior design. And I think this will really take things to the next level for me and help me really believe in myself. It'll be a lot of work, and I'm going to have to return to my DIY with KB roots, but I think that will be good for me. I think My confidence stands in the way of my success a lot of the time. And what better place to use as like my canvas than my own home? But obviously, they have to accept the offer. And I know it'll be a lot of work and it's not going to look amazing overnight. And we will be uncomfortable in the interim. But like, I went to this thing when I was in like, I don't know, like the 10th grade. And this guy named Rodney Burris, I think was his name, he said, lean into discomfort. And it is something that has stuck with me for what, 15 years or something like that. And I think that that's what I need to do. New construction is easy. I mean, obviously, all homes come with issues. New construction is easy, but a renovation, making a space reflect me, that is what I need to be doing, right? Because I am a creative. Obviously, I'm like, oh, I want to churn out content. I want to make sure that like I'm still doing my job, but like also, I'm good. Like I am so blessed. I'm gonna be okay. I have clients. I have so many different ways that like I make money, and I also invite you along for the journey. Cross your fingers that this is the property that we get, and if we do get it, I can't wait to share footage with you and the entire process with you. It will be a multi-year long process, so stay tuned and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But it will be a journey, but I think it'll be a really beautiful one because I walked in and I felt inspired. I walked in and I saw our family grow there. I walked in, I saw my grandmother living with us there. I walked in and I saw my dream life, even though I was covered in so much fear. So I flew in at 3 a.m. and then I flew back at 12 p.m. like because I have a child and I have to take care of her and I'm like her primary caretaker because of my spouse's job. So I was really, really nervous and I was like, I can't do this. I can't be like a primary parent and do all of this and like do this house, but I think that I can. And, we kept offering on other homes and like getting turned down. And I was like, I think this is a sign from the universe that this is what we need to do. And I am not like woo woo. Okay. And if you are woo woo, that's fine. Like I grew up very woo woo, it's fine. But I really do feel like this is like my destiny and I'm really excited to bring you along with it if this does come to fruition. But it's scary. But we have to do scary things to make progress. I'm in this point of my life where I just want to like push the boundaries of my creativity. I want to be more than what I am right now. I love shopping for you, teaching you guys things, but I also want to show you beauty and show you something different. I want to show you my art collection. I want to show you all of these beautiful things that I find and the things that I build and really just share the journey of like loving a home with you. And I think that there are so few people who look like me on the internet doing that. And I want to do that with you guys. I want to show you that it's okay to not buy like the really, really expensive home that's perfectly pristine and then just take a home that is ugly and kind of make your own. I'm going to tell you this kitchen is probably the most hideous kitchen you've ever seen in your life. But we're going to make it beautiful. And I have so many ideas. But there's a lot of anxiety surrounding this because we still don't have a home there. And we have to be there really, really soon. That is where we are ending up. It's also really, really exciting because many of my friends from college still live there. Many of my spouse's friends from college still live there. And I feel like it will be an amazing place for my daughter to grow up. And I think it'll be great for her to get to know my family. My grandmother is a little bit older. So she's only met my daughter, I think, one time. And it's when my grandmother had a stroke. So we obviously went down to take care of her. So I don't think she really is too familiar with her because she doesn't like to travel. So I'll be able to take my daughter to see her. I think there's so much potential here for a place that makes me feel really, really uneasy. I didn't want to rush and tell you guys the news because I wanted to process it, figure out how I'm feeling, and like come up with a plan as well. And right now I have a plan. Who knows if it's going to come to fruition, but I can hope and I can pray and I can put great thoughts out into the universe and kind of see what happens. But let me know what your home buying journey was like if you have been on one. Have you built out an IKEA kitchen? Let me know. Have you done a full renovation? What was it like? At what rate did you do it? I have so many questions and I hope that you show me some grace and are excited to go into this with me. The home that I like is an old Victorian home with like tons of character and charm, and I think it'd be really great. I think it could be really, really great. So cross your fingers. I should know by end of day today. So if you see me sad on YouTube next week, you'll know that I didn't get it. But that is the update for you. We are headed to the city of brotherly love, and I think it's going to be incredible. And if you're in Philadelphia, I'm so excited because I feel like I can host more events. I can take you guys to like my cool spots. Like there's so many cool like Black-owned stores and art galleries and stuff that like we can go to together and just like really cultivate a really nice community. I feel like that's something that was lacking for me here in Pittsburgh with you guys. So it's going to be great. Also, if you're here in Pittsburgh and you need some home decor, send me a DM on Instagram. Don't email me. Send me a DM on Instagram. I actually have a broadcast channel called Pittsburgh where I'm giving away tons of stuff. You don't have to buy it. I'm giving it away to you. Just like home decor that I've accrued, things that are very lightly used, maybe stuff that I bought for client projects or whatever that didn't end up being used, and maybe I didn't return them or whatever. You can have them. I'm going to post some pictures like of my storage unit and stuff like that for you guys to shop. So yeah, thank you for sticking around. That is the big news. And I got to finish making this bed because we got to get this house sold. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And until next time, have a beautiful day.